morning, everybody. Beautiful day. Well, actually, it's kind of cold. For summer, it doesn't really seem like a summery day. It's actually kind of cool, windy, damp a little bit. But every day is a beautiful day. Girls are set up at the market again. This is market number 3. Are they successful? A lot of people ask. Yeah, they've had good sales. They're not profitable yet. Buying all the flour and everything like this in bulk, butter. It's not cheap. And then, turning it into cookies. So don't even count the hours it takes. To me, it's their learning experience, business skills. That's worth something. But they had 2 good market days that almost paid for their materials. So hopefully today they'll have another good day. That should pay for all the supplies that they bought. And then I think they would have enough to do like 1 or 2 more markets. Then they'll actually get profitable. I just stopped in there to bring some water to them. They were saying some lady came by, it's complaining about the prices, and it was way too high, and they have to drop it in half. And I said to Cora, don't worry about her. Some people just come and complain no matter what you do. And reality is they're not making any money now, so if you cut it in half, they're going to start losing money. They can't give it away either, right? So you're going to have people like that. You just got to ignore them and keep going. But anyway, they're learning. They're having fun. Wes and I picked up some bolts and screws for the weed whacker. I'll get that put back together today. And then it should run. It broke a while ago, and then some of the bolts got missing or rattled out, or I don't know what happened to them. What else? Oh, I still got to figure out my phone stuff. So as of last night, Anneesa and I looked at our Tele 2 stuff again. It looks like hers is okay. Everything must have went through successfully. Mine, on the other hand, not so much. It still says it's going to shut off on July 1st. So if you're not aware of this, the new Russian law, we have to have biometrics and everything else in order to buy a SIM card as a foreigner. And that is quite a process. You can't just go and get a SIM card now. You have to be enrolled with SNILS. You have to get Gus and Slugy figured out. There's a whole whack of different steps. And then through the bank, get it all to merge. Yeah, anyway, hopefully someday somebody makes it simpler. Right now, I believe it is one of the dumbest things that they could have done. But I assume there's a plan. And hopefully one day they hit that plan. Right now, though, lots of foreigners are stuck with this problem trying to get it to work. And so Anneesa's did work. Smoother than I thought it would. Mine, not so much. Today is Friday, so I might have to go into the city and try to get it working, I guess. I don't know where I go for that, though. That's the problem. I don't know if my issue is with the bank, or with Gus and Slugy, or with Tele 2. So, and then never mind Beeline. I think I'm just going to not buy a Beeline SIM card, because like the guy was completely unhelpful. I talked to another immigrant and they said, oh, same thing. They're the most unhelpful ever. Basically expect you to figure it out on your own. So Tele 2, excellent service. Megaphone, another immigrant friend of mine used Megaphone, excellent service. So if you're coming, I recommend those 2. Easier to work with for sure in this SIM card thing. So hopefully I can get that sorted out. And then Wes and I were hoping to put on some wall steel today, but it's kind of wet and windy. I'm not sure. Don't like doing steel in the wind, that's for sure. It's not safe. Yeah, my hair says it all. It's one of those weeks, I tell you. We're trying to get in. For one thing, we need another thing, which needs another thing. So now we need to get into an old... okay, so for the Instagram needs verification. It wants to use Facebook. Facebook needs some sort of verification because we can't remember the password. It's on her phone, but we can't remember the password. So to get into it on the laptop, it needs verification to go to the email address. This particular email address, we can't remember the password for. We haven't used in a long time. And so it needs verification, which is asking me questions from like, I don't know, I haven't used this for like 3 years. So have you ever used Skype with this account? I'm like, yeah, pretty sure. What was the name you used with Skype? I have no idea. Who did you Skype with? I have no idea. Did you ever purchase anything with this account? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we purchased something. What did you purchase? Well, I don't know. What credit card did you use to purchase it? How would I know? What was the name on the card? I have no idea. What other questions? Anyway, I don't think we're going to get in because we can't remember a thing. It's this world we live in now where there's so many checks and balances because of fraud, of course. But there's so many checks and balances and everything in the way. I'm like, I have no idea. I've tried to get into this email account before. It was our main email. Oh, when did you open the account? I don't know. What was the postal code of the address you lived at when you opened the account? How would I know? Who keeps track of this information? That's what I'd like to understand. Which one of you, write it in the comments, which one of you keeps all the information from everything you've done for the last 15 years on file somewhere and every password that you've ever entered? Hasn't got any better. We finally gave up. Can't work it. Hotmail wrote back and said they can't verify me based on the incomplete information I gave them. So we're moving along. Anneesa managed to change the email information for Facebook. And then they're going to send a 6-digit code. And so we've been reloading and reloading and reloading, waiting for this 6-minute code for like 10 minutes. This is why so many people are involved in IT, because everything takes long. The SIM card thing carries on. So as far as I know, mine's good now, and Anneesa's is good now. But we decided we were going to get away from Beeline because they were very not helpful, and Tele2 is. So we bought a new Tele2 SIM card today, and I used my information from Gus's Loogie. So everything should work out. I'm allowed to buy a SIM card. She gave me the SIM card. We brought it home, put it in the phone. It's not doing anything. So I went back to Tele2, and she said, yeah, you got to activate it at Gus's Loogie. It's okay. So I go online. I can't figure it out. I asked a friend to help me out over the phone, and he couldn't figure it out. So I was like, whatever, I'll just go to the MFC, which is the multifunction center, and Gus's Loogie, everything in one here. So I went there, waited in line, and what they told me is that no, you got to wait 72, sorry. I have to wait 72 hours after buying the SIM card before it's activated. So again, this just adds to the nonsensical part, because if a tourist comes, let's say they even do have some of this figured out, which they can't, but if they did, now they get off the plane, and if they can buy a SIM card, then they still have to wait 72 more hours before it can be activated and they can actually use it. Like, I think this is going to be a disaster. Well, I don't think it's going to be. I think it is a disaster. I don't know how they're going to solve it. Somebody's hopefully figuring on it. If you're watching this and it's your job to fix the problem, it's probably a good one to start fixing, because I really think it's going to kill tourism. It has, well, it's got a lot of flaws. Russia has huge tourism potential, massive potential all around, economic as well. But this country is gorgeous and it's huge, and therefore I think it has absolutely massive, massive tourist potential. But if the tourist can't get a SIM card, that's going to kill it. I'd have to look it up. I can't actually remember when we put this flag up. I could find the video though. But I think it lasted a pretty long time. Now we need a new flag because it broke and it got faded and it was just getting old. So we have a new flag. I bought two at the same time. Pretty happy with the condition of the last flag, or the quality, I guess. Now we'll see how long this one lasts. There's two different sizes, but it's time to put it up. So if you remember, we have this beautiful flag pole, and it tips down like this. We're going to attach it. And we still haven't put a pulley on the top, but that's okay. We can do without. This flag, no sticker left on it. Oh yeah, right down here. This is where we got the flagpole from. If you're curious and you would like to order one, this is the name of the company, 4 Flags. And there's a website down there, looks like. Yep, www.4flags.ru. Because I think every household and every business should have a gorgeous flagpole and a beautiful flag in support of an amazing, awesome country. And that is why we have one here, and now we are going to replace it and put up a new flag. The thing I think is important is to show respect to it while you're doing it. Got Finn holding it so don't drag on the ground while we get this set up. Now this flag is much bigger. I wasn't sure when I ordered it. I thought this would be a good size, and my friend Alexander said, nah, I think a smaller one would be better. So you know what, order me one of each. And so now we're putting the big guy up. This is going to be a massive flag compared to the last one. Okay, keep it out of the dirt. Yeah.
This way.
Anyway, need my help here. Normally speaking, there would be a pulley up here, right? And then you'd be able to pull it up and down. We've got ours mounted, fixed mounted. I mean, we don't take it down, leave it up. This particular flag, though, is going to catch a lot more wind, so I don't know what that's going to do to the pole. We may end up having to look for a smaller one and then replacing this one in a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's huge. I love it. I like a big flag. But it might catch too much wind for our flagpole. so here's the old flag. It actually doesn't look that faded on camera here, but it was getting kind of faded. This red's not as red anymore. Looks like the ends here break, and so that happens just flapping in the wind, right? Over time, it just starts to tear. But it's held up really well, actually. I want to say it's been up. We put it up in the fall, didn't we? Do you remember when we put it up or not? I gotta look it up now. Hey?
I think in the fall.
Before winter.
Yeah. Maybe it was sometime in December, I think.
November, maybe? November, December? Somewhere around there. Okay, so it's been up for quite a while anyway. So you can see this end here's raffling too. And once it starts to raffle, then it gets pretty bad. Wes was suggesting we could just re-stitch the end here. Oh, the whole stitching's come out actually. Yep, it's supposed to be like this. But the rest of it's still pretty good. And then Waylon said, why don't we make a couple small ones out of it and throw them on the tractor? Well, that's not a bad idea either. So right now, though, this was the perfect size for our pole. Alexander, if you're watching, you were right. I was wrong. So what do you got?
Is a 100?
100? Yeah, it's about 100 centimeters.
Yeah,
by what?
100 and a half.
By, should be like right here somewhere, probably. What do you got?
150.
So 100 by 150. We'll order another one, because I think that one there is just going to be too hard on our pole. Looks good, though. Yeah. I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to damage the pole, obviously, so see how it goes. But I don't mind the idea of making a couple small ones and hanging on the back of the tractor. That always looks nice too. We'll see. Yeah, or we could repair this and keep it as a backup in case something else happens. But the eye holes held up really well. No real damage there at all. Yeah, very happy. Well constructed flag. Good morning, everybody. It is a wonderful day. We got some wonderful news. So I guess somebody saw something. In any case, I'm still not exactly sure how it works in this country, but if you have a problem with foxes and stuff, there's government hunters, I guess, that can take care of it. So some of you said that in the comments. And so I don't know who saw what, but we were contacted yesterday wondering if they wanted us to send out a couple of these guys to see if they could find the foxes. Now the video went up yesterday, no, 2 days ago. It's already a week old. So today is June 27th, I think. Something like that. And the fox attack was June 17th. So it's already quite a while ago. Chances of the fox coming back, pretty slim. But we're like, sure, if you could find them, that would be great. Now there's more than one. From our security footage, we can tell there's at least 3. Anyway, they came out, they looked around the yard here, wandered around, we showed them we showed them our security footage. And so they figured they were gonna hang out here for the night. One would sit on the lane in his vehicle, and one back here, and see what comes around. And so we actually brought a couple of chickens out last night. I know, it seems cruel, but we put a couple out as bait, just in case. Anyway, they got one. So it looks like, according to the footage, about 1:30 in the morning. You can't actually see them shooting, but around 1:30 in the morning, they get out of their trucks and they head over this direction. Hey, check this out. Change the subject. We finally got the greenhouse for greenhouse purposes. Anneesa's got some more tomato starts in here. So this will allow us to extend in a little longer into the season with the greenhouse. Fairly warm in here. Anyway, the fox was walking along this here hill, and apparently they shot him off the hill.
It looks like he was laying down right here, and then maybe either rolled off or they dragged him off because there's blood here.
You see blood there?
Right down here.
Stinks too. Yeah, there's a little bit of blood on there. Not much. You sure that's blood actually?
Mm-hmm. That's blood.
Yeah, a little bit there. Okay, so around here someplace. Nothing else, nothing more, that's it? Oh man, look at all the strawberries.
No.
Change the subject again, but you guys see all those strawberries? There's tons and tons and tons. Wild strawberries. I have never seen so many in my life. I actually don't really like strawberries. The wild ones are much better than commercial ones. I've just never been a fan of strawberries at all. Or strawberry, well, strawberry jam. Put enough sugar in it, I guess, maybe. But I guess I like the sugar better than the strawberry. I like raspberries. That's my favorite go-to berry. Blueberries too. Certain parts of Canada is huge on blueberry picking. I'm not a big fan. Kids like them. I just don't find they're all that tasty. And strawberries, it's a texture thing or something. I don't like them. But it's amazing how many wild strawberries there are in Russia. They're all over the place. And I see people posting stories. They're buckets full of strawberries that they've been picking in the forest. All right, back to today's, or this morning's message. So that's it. That's all we got for blood.
That's all I see.
There must be more. Wes probably knows where it was. Did Wes show you guys?
No, you looked.
Okay, the hunter showed Wes this morning. And I'm pretty sure there was more than that. There's like a puddle of it or something. But there's definitely blood there, yeah. Let's see what we can find. Maybe there's some more out here.
I don't know. It's kind of down. I wonder if maybe they dragged them out this way because Will says there's truck was in here.
Yeah, I think they did, according to the footage, maybe, because they didn't bring it to the other truck.
Is it kind of down there?
Yeah, I don't know. Might be. We'll walk around a bit and then have a look. But the good news is they got one. Now, I'm assuming, it sounded like it was a big one, so there may be some hungry young ones running around here. They are old enough to run around, so we may see them. If Mom was doing most of the hunting, we may start seeing the young ones looking for food soon. And if we see any more, they gave us the phone number, give them a call, and they'll come back. So, pretty cool. Like I've said before in past videos in Canada, we would do that ourselves. It is very different here again. We don't have all of these villages and stuff like this. So, you know, for a farmer to shoot a gun, very unlikely that he's going to hit anything because there's not really any houses around. All the farms are kind of lined up. The buildings, the house and the barns are all kind of lined up in a row along the road. You know, maybe 200 meters off the road. And then the land behind that is empty. And people all hunt on their own land. No issues at all. And pretty well every farmer's got at least one gun, I would think. And we can legally take care of anything that attacks our animals. So wolf, coyote, fox, raccoon, skunk, bear, whatever it might be. If it's attacking your animals, you have the right to do something about it. Here, I don't really know. I mean, you guys know, the Russians in the comments, right? Just write what exactly the law is. I don't know. But as a non-citizen, I don't have a gun. So we can use a shovel, of course, if we can get close enough. But a little hard to do that with a fox. So this is a great service, so I really appreciate it. Hey, really windy. Anyway, I never did find another blood spot. I'll have to ask Wes later if I remember. But at least they got one, so that's good. Hopefully that fixes some of the problems. We've also put everything inside now so that we don't have any more problems either. Look at the garden, our peas are ready. Looks like it's full of weeds too, so Anneesa says they're going to take care of that today.
Yeah, I left these ones for a reason.
The weeds?
Yeah.
Why? The ground cover?
No, because I didn't have anything to hold them up.
Ah,
and they were holding them up, and they look pretty.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Right?
There's loads and loads of peas, so we like just eating these. Yeah, you take this, and we just eat them. And they're very delicious.
Stay where you are.
So we got lots of those ready now. Out here. For our gardens. The footage is probably going to be a little too windy here now, but the beets are doing good as well. Those are our green beans doing awesome. Man, we got to do another garden video. Maybe when it's not windy, I'll send somebody out to do this for you guys. Tomatoes. Running around my hands in a way. I'm trying to shield the phone so it doesn't catch so much wind. I have no idea what this is. Some of it's cauliflower, some of it's broccoli, some of it's cabbage. I don't know which one's which. But something's out here. These guys are a bit small yet. This looks like it might be a cabbage, I think. Maybe a cucumber. I don't know. I bet you half of you guys in the audience do. Onions, Luke. Watermelon. This has been a really good success growing in this clear plastic. And you can see all the other, these are all weeds underneath. And that's the watermelon coming out. So we're way ahead. A lot of you said that you can't grow watermelon here. Last year we grew watermelon and we started it like probably now, today-ish. Maybe later, actually. Because we started it in a pile of dirt beside the house. So the hole was already dug when we did it. And so this is way farther ahead. We should get watermelon as long as we don't get an early frost. Anyway, we got more stuff out here. So that's doing very good. Very good, very good. All right, I got a bunch of stuff planned today, and then I remembered I'm supposed to take down an old log house, I think. Somebody in the village is taking one apart, and we thought, hey, that would look really cool over here. So I opened my mouth and said, hey, we'll take that. And now I kind of have to do it. But I looked at it yesterday and it's like, it's going to be a lot of work, it looks like. So I don't know, we'll go over there and see if we can come up with a game plan with the neighbor. But I thought about bringing it over here as a chicken coop, actually. Setting it back up. It would look pretty cool. More big news for the day. What do you got? Wow. Is that amazing or what?
That's so beautiful.
Isn't it?
Let's look at that one too.
Yeah, that brings Mama joy right there. These lilies. Lilies, right? Tiger lilies?
Wow, I thought they were tiger lilies, but they don't have the stripes.
Oh, yeah, ours had them. Isn't that cool? This is like a friendship garden right here.
Yeah, it definitely is.
As people have brought us stuff. Unfortunately, the kids have wandered through here a few
You know
times, so
what
this guy looks like he got crushed.
No, it's shocked because if the roots take, then
It'll be all right?
next year. I planted a whole bunch of seeds there for different varieties of plants for next year. And the chickens promptly came in and scattered them. So the reason I'm not weeding it is because I'm not sure if any of that is plants that are supposed to be growing.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. What are you doing?
I want to take that step.
Don't fall off there. You be careful. Oh, you want to play chalk? That's beautiful. Lots of stuff. That must be a big sunflower growing in there. Another one there. Nice. You want to get down? Yeah, maybe. Wonderful. Give her a good push. No? There's just electrical cord going through it. We found this log cabin. One of our neighbors actually built a new house, and he's got this old house. I thought, hey, that looks really cute for a chicken coop. It might be more work than it's worth. I don't know. We're having fun right now. We're having fun. Eli working hard. Wes over here. Neighbors here as well. They're hauling stuff from the outside. We're peeling off all this old concrete. The top row is kind of rotted, but the rest seems solid enough that we can set it back up. Nice little sized chicken coop. And piece of character because it's old. Ochin Stari. So it's just a lot of work yanking all this stuff off the bottom. There was another wall here. We took it out just now. And a log on the top. And they already had the roof off. So we're going to take this off, and then we'll try to take all the logs and bring them home. And then set it up. We thought maybe afterwards it might be nice for a store, but I think it's too old. And just won't work for that. But we'll set it up as chicken coop. It'll be perfect in the yard, and then yeah, be kind of a piece of local history staying alive.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness sweetness could reach everyone, there'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one a heart as pure, no, not like yours.
No idea if this thing's gonna be salvageable or not, but it's still a fun experience. So there's chunks coming in here. Those are between the windows. They're ripping those apart. We've got them numbered and marked. Hopefully we'll figure it out. Some pieces, especially along the top, are a little rotten, but it's coming. This is all the insulation in between the logs. Lots of work. Alright, there's some progress. The house is knocked down. Got one load gone. Gotta get another load of logs. I just seen a kitty cat climb in the bottom here. So I'm not sure what that's all about yet, but there's a cat in there. So some of the top logs are shot, but the bottom ones here are, I think, in better shape. And since we don't need a floor at that height, we'll drop it down. Hopefully we get enough usable logs out of here for a decent chicken coop. If not, we've got lots of firewood. All done bringing them home, the ones that are salvageable anyway. Like I said, we may not end up using this. That's hard to say. There's a lot of rotten logs in there. Well, mostly at the top and the bottom. The middle logs are okay. So it's a matter of seeing now whether there's enough there that we can make a tall enough building. It's just for chickens. It doesn't really matter. As long as there's enough logs there that we can make something for the chickens, then it'll be usable. If not, it'll make great firewood, actually. I was told they're oak logs, so if that's the case, that would be great firewood. Nothing wrong with that. So we'll see how it goes. I'll help them another day to clean up with the dump trailer. I thought that would work great, and I agree. So I'll take the tractor bucket and I can scoop up a bunch of the garbage there and put it in the dump trailer to help them out, help each other out. So, and you know what? All in all, it was just fun working with other guys in the community, even though we don't all speak the same language. It's just it's a great community building. I really enjoyed it.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars.